this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And that's the first sack of the day, but I'll tell you what, this team's been doing it so far throughout the season. They're in the top 10 in sacks for a reason. They pin their ears back, and they get after quarterbacks.
And the Scarlet Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. He leaves it with his man. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run with the ball. And guys, this 3rd and long is not exactly how they drew it up. Hopefully it's not an indication of what we'll see the rest of the game. Under fire. All the time, lets it go. Fights it out of the air. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Scarlet Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. He got his man all right. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Trying to throw these call-outs against zone coverage, you got to have great timing. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
With the catch, it's Coles. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Buffaloes are rolling down the field. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there in that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
again after the incompletion. On a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. And maybe he'll get back. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up fourth.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Touchdown, Colorado. A great catch and run for 6. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here's an open space downfield. Turning it on. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
He does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards. Nice play early in this football game.
Looking to throw on first down. Halfway complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Scarlet Knights with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Makes the grab. Just ran over it. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And that's great defense to stop him short of the first down. It's so hard with a guy that fast to create the right angles, to make sure I keep the ball inside, and then everybody's got to run to the football. Great job by the defense.
Back to pass. Makes the catch. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. The Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quick release on the RPO. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching the film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Third down play from the gun. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. It'll be stopped, but not getting the football. Picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Defensive backs have. So, I mean, you think about whether. Nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys they can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Scarlet Knights just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on first down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. The 30. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Buffaloes. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the play and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Got it set up on the outside. Runs through the tackle. Breaks into the open. And another broken tackle. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Just keeps swinging it. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
And they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the money mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
On that RPO play, I don't hate the decision by the quarterback not to hand it off and throw it deep down the field. I just don't like the throw. Not an accurate throw. He never got his feet back underneath him after riding the running back and not handing it off. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals to hit that throw because that play was there to be made.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go with one down. He goes at the 39. The Buffaloes will call on their punt team. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week. Just called on one time. And the Rutgers offense heads back pitched in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And it's a little close, a little too close for comfort, but I tell you what, quarterback's got to be aware, right? When they're taking shots or they're throwing the football close to their own end zone, got to know where they're at so they don't give up the safety. Good job by the quarterback. I'd like him to get rid of the football next time. At least he didn't take the safety.
They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. The Scarlet Knights send out the punt unit. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes the catch right at the 50, and they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. He wants to take the top ball. Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money and just has to make that catch.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down and one that did not pay off. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll start this drive going to the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Fires it incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. It's Lewis. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Scarlet Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the middle.
I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Out of the gun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Catch in the middle, it's Lewis. That completion will take it inside the floor, and the offense is threatening. He's got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to efficient against the clock. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he hit it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Scarlet Knights will line up to kick off and start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now what you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense.
Brings it in down the left side. He's loose. Touchdown, Bucks. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Trying to beat the D deep. Snags it on the right. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Scarlet Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Off the arc, complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Got his man. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. He's got his man, makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Scarlet Knights come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. At the 35, he's got it. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard the shotgun, they'll run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this team needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense roll out on 1st down, TF, 2nd down, TF. Now you set up 3rd and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Buffaloes decide to punt it away. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this one.
And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And the Scarlet Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the back. Hard running there. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Got a little space. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going for it all. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Oh, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. They they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
How about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for loss.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll try the left side. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. The inside handoff. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Scarlet Knights can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Right back to it. Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Plows through the defense. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. Finding open areas. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the 1st down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
The Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the return man is stopped, and now will leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field.
Tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buck loose.
Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out. You recover it, a forced turnover.
Gets the back moving. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Sneaks into the end zone. That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
On the run from inside his own 5. Discards him with the stiff arm. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. He's going to let it go. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that. So they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the situation.
He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Scarlet Knights line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Into the secondary on the right. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Scarlet Knights will hustle to the line. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Scarlet Knights will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throw the end zone, it's picked off.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead, now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
They go to the wide receiver screen. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Makes the catch. Putting it on. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. He's got it wide open. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because
and he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
it's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just knew the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously.
Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game. Wants to throw on first down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And the Buffaloes moving quickly to the line. Motion from the wideout. To the air on second down. And as he throws, catch in the middle, it's Need. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He might want another play. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. Oh, he's got some space. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. The Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got some room to run.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. You can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Bulldozes his way through. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that